What's up, guys? So, hollow points, a lot of people are under this impression that they would just cut through people and shit like that. I mean, they do. They break off into pieces. So, like your basic Smith & Wesson 40 cal hollow point, it's jacketed still. This is what it looks like after it hits. All of that jacket and everything like that's busted off. So basically when it impacts a person, it cuts through more tissue and organs and stuff like that. So hollow points, they're freaking wicked. They're awesome. They're as cool as they sound. As far as body armor, piercing, and everything along that line, it depends on which type of hollow point, how many grain, distance, and of course caliber. Why are people so afraid of hollow points? Are hollow points illegal? What's so significant about a hollow point? So what is a hollow point? Well, first, regular ammo, just full metal jacket, range round, copper jacketed or whatnot. In comparison to that, hollow point is going to be very similar, except it's got the soft lead in the middle, it's got a jacket on it, the top perforations going around, and that's so when it hits the target, it expands and causes more damage. Now there's a variety of hollow points, multiple calibers, rifles, even including shotgun slugs, but we'll get into those ones after the basics. So while we're debunking all of these myths and things about hollow points, let's also look into hollow points history. Believe it or not, they've been around a lot longer than we thought. In 1882, Swiss Colonel Edward Reuben developed the lead-core full metal jacket bullet, also known as the FMJ, to alleviate both problems. But while FMJ bullets enabled reliable feeding and significantly higher muscle velocities, they also presented problems of their own. Full metal jacket bullets created relatively small holes in soft tissue, tending to pass completely through both humans and animals that were shot. This means they transferred relatively little of their kinetic energy to the target, and that was where hollow points came to be. There were efforts to improve the lethality lead core of jacketed bullets, both soft point and hollow point bullets. These were developed in the British arsenal in the Dum Dum, India province around 1890. Since then, however, the use of soft point and hollow point bullets in warfare have been outlawed by the Hague Convention of 1899. And although hollow points weren't allowed to be used in certain conflicts, they became increasingly popular among hunters due to the ability to control the expansion of these new high-velocity cartridges. In modern ammo, the use of hollow points is primarily limited to handgun ammunition, which tends to operate at a much lower velocity than rifle ammunition, on the order basically of 1,000 feet per second, 300 meters per second versus over 2,000 feet per second. At rifle velocities, a hollow point is not needed for a reliable expansion of the slug, and most rifle ammo uses a tapered jacket design to achieve that mushroom effect. At that low handgun velocity, hollow point designs are generally the only design that will reliably expand. Modern hollow point bullets come in all different shapes and sizes, different mechanisms as well, and we'll get into that right up next. Modern hollow point bullet designs use many different methods to provide controlled expansion, including the jackets that are thinner near the front than the rear to allow the alloy to easily expand, partitions in the middle of the bullet core to stop expansion at a given point, bonding the lead core to a copper jacket to prevent separation and fragmentation. Many are fluted or otherwise weakened jackets to encourage expansion or fragmentation, posts in the hollow cavity to cause hydraulic expansion of the bullet and tissue while very effective in lightly clothed targets. These bullets tend to plug up with heavy clothing materials that result in the bullet not expanding. Solid copper hollow points, which are far stronger than jacketed lead, and provide controlled uniform expansion even at higher velocities. Many rounds will have plastic inserts in the hollow, which provide the same profile as a full metal jacketed round, such as the Hornady VMAX bullet. The plastic insert initiates the expansion of the bullet by being forced in the hollow cavity upon impact. These same inserts provide the same feeding for a jacketed round in an automatic or semi-automatic weapon. Common myth regarding hollow points. People tend to think that hollow points cut right through people, a cookie cutter and blow a huge exit wound. Yes, they can do that. However, a hollow point's sole purpose is to absorb all the pressure from the impact, so when it hits, the hollow point area starts to fold back and mushroom. causing as much damage as possible. That's the entire purpose, that's why hollow points are there, for that very reason. Although the hollow point rounds very successful as far as causing bodily harm, damaging tissue and organs, soft materials like Kevlar weaken the expansion. Hollow points can be ineffective against dense metals. With all the different types of hollow points, they're all designed to do things a little bit differently when they break apart. With the polyurethane tips, those cause the impact and push back. You're going to have a cleaner, better hole when it hits the stop. Rip rounds, those are intentionally made brittle so they break up apart when they impact. The intended purpose is all going to be the same, however the ballistics are all pretty cool and different. Unfortunately, with rip rounds, they've had this picture up online for a while. I've been trying to imitate that, however I've never been able to get my hollow points to go through my pumpkin the same way.